down the stretch have been for, I guess, really the whole season, but especially tonight?
I think the turnovers hurt us a lot. Made a lot of careless turnovers again. I think we had 21, so that's way too much, and then missed free throws again. And for me, I think that's the two main things, that's keeping us down right now.
So Luke is often going to point to the defense, and certainly Denver was scoring, but offensively, when things get bogged down in the half court, what do you guys think you need to do better?
Just communicate, get everybody together on the same page, execute a play instead of going, one-on-one every time. I think we got to get into the offense and just move it around and then let everybody get a touch and go from there.
How do you try to keep the locker room positive during a streak like this, and especially when you feel like you've been in games and had a chance to win and you're not able to come up with one?
Well, we feel like we're playing good enough to win the games. That's a positive thing. Negative, we keep beating ourselves, we feel like. But it's a quick turnaround. We play a very good team tomorrow, so can't harp on this one too long. Just get it on the flight, get ready to play.
Do you feel like your calves or anything that might limit you tomorrow or prevent you from playing?
No, I should be out there.
So was it technical? So was the left one sore before the game, and then the right one got sore? Or how would you?
Yeah, that's what happened. Left one was tightening up, so we put the sleeve on it, and then throughout the game, the right one started, tightening up.
So what happened on the technical? What got you frustrated?
I don't think I deserved the tech for that. I was talking to Luke. He overheard it, and then gave me a tech. So I was pretty surprised.
Earlier in the third quarter, you went for an offensive rebound and got thrown to the ground, and you said something to the ref after that too. You frustrated about it?
Just missed the call. They're human too. They make bad calls, miss some calls, so it's all right.
Lonzo, last time you were in the Mile High City, you were playing for the Bruins when you guys picked Boulder last year, right? Yeah. How was your reception tonight? What were your thoughts in Mile High City?
We were only here for a day, but it's going to have a good fan base. Every time we play out here, all the fans come out and show support. So they play good in front of their crowd.
I'm not asking exactly what you said, but generally, what were you telling Luke that the refs overheard?
I just said that's BS to Luke, and then blew the whistle. Thanks.
Julius, this game was tied with 3:57 left, and then Denver went on a 15-0 run. What happened?
Honestly, I have no clue. I was just thinking about that. I got to watch the film. There's a point we were up 7, 9 or something like that. In between that and finishing the game down 14 or whatever it was, I have no clue. 7
turnovers in the fourth quarter. That did not help, did it?
Yeah, that was a big problem right there. That was huge. Those turnovers. I don't know. It was just mental. It's been killing us all year, though. So eventually we just got to fix the problem.
Luke said he hoped his team would kind of turn the corner. Good momentum coming off that overtime game against Golden State. Started off pretty well tonight, but it just didn't happen. What has to happen from here?
Just continue on the grind, man. It's a long season. Things can change at any point. We got to stop losing games the same way, I believe. But we're on the right path. For most of that game, we've outplayed them. To be honest, we outplayed them for most of that game. It was just crucial times when they dug deep and we turned the ball over, kind of killed ourselves.
In a situation where things just aren't going your way, like those last 4 minutes, does it start to feel like? Do you feel that it is harder to score and it's harder to feel like there's?
I don't know, man. It's not even about scoring. We just didn't get. We didn't score the ball, but we didn't get stops that we needed. Simple things like switching out, and they were just cutting, making plays. It's like 3 or 4 possessions where we're just guarding one-on-one, get them stopped, and they just cut and made simple plays and got layups. That killed us too. So it's just more about the defensive stops. That's what we hang our hat on the whole year. So.
Guys.
13 points, 10 boards. He's now with Brez.
Kyle, this team was tied. This game was tied. With about 3:57 left, they went on a 15-0 run. What'd you see out there?
We just kept turning the ball over. That's the biggest thing. We had a few costly turnovers, and they converted, and we didn't get stops.
This team has had problems with turnovers pretty much the entire season. How do you fix that?
I don't really know. It's kind of hard to say how you fix turnovers. Sometimes being patient, sometimes making the right read, sometimes not forcing the issue. It could be multiple things, but we got to work on it. So
this team is now 2-8 on the road. A lot of road games coming up this month. How do you kind of turn that momentum around?
We just got to keep doing what we do. Try to play in our DNA and what makes us good, and just do that.
How'd you feel your first game back after missing last game because of back spasms?
I felt good. I'm getting to 100%. Didn't want to really sit out too many games. I don't really like, being on the bench like that. So,
did it tighten up at all?
A little bit. It's all good, though. So.
Yeah, you scored a layup to tie the game. 3:57 left at 100. Team didn't score again the rest of the way. What happened out there?
I think didn't find a way to score the basketball. I think sometimes we get a little impatient at the end of the basketball game, and I think we were trying to take it upon ourselves a little bit. I know I had a few turnovers in the end of that game that I could have took care of the ball, but careless turnovers, I think, put them over the edge.
Yeah, turnovers, it's been a theme for a while for this team. How do you fix that?
Just by harping on take care of the ball. I think going through these games like this is only going to make us better and make us value the ball even more. Of course, I think we controlled this game the whole way through, and we just let them slip.
You guys have hung your hat on defense. It didn't happen tonight down the stretch. How disappointing is that?
Very disappointing, of course, but we just got to get better. We got another game tomorrow, and we just got to get better on the defensive end and come in locked in. I think the second group did a really good job on the defensive end and sparking the energy. I think the first group has to do a better job of starting with me, but also starting with the other guys on the floor.
Brandon, when you scored that bucket with 4 minutes left, what did you think was going to happen with the rest of the way?
Try to control the game. We controlled the game over the 4 quarters that we would probably just try to settle down a little bit. But they made a run. They started scoring the basketball. They started getting stops, and ultimately they scored more points.
Do you feel like, I know it had been back and forth at that point, but did you feel like you guys still had some momentum at that point? You had just tied it at 100?
Like I said, I think we had momentum the whole game. We controlled the whole game, but at the end, they made more plays. They executed their offense, and they got baskets.
Is there something in particular that frustrated you the most about the last 4 minutes of the game?
I think the way we turned the basketball over. I think we could have executed a little bit better. I think we committed a lot of fouls in the last 4 minutes where they got to the free throw line, and they just executed their plays. I think we can learn from this and just get better at it.
So you and Luke both, when I asked him that question too, and neither of you said the lack of scoring. Why are these other things more important than the fact that you guys didn't score again after that?
If you worry about the defensive end, the offensive end take care of itself. I think we stay in front of our guys. We help the other guys, let the other guys know that we have their back, and if they trust in us to just get the defense to stop the offensive end, always take care of itself.
End of the game there, Denver was able to go on a big scoring run. What did you see happening, and why do you think you guys struggled to execute?
I think we just got a little stagnant. I think that was the biggest part. We got to give them credit, for making some big plays, some big defensive plays down the stretch. And just as we get older, as we start playing together a little bit more, we'll be able to fix that.
You guys had a couple of your typical second unit runs, and you hit 3 threes. What's on that end of the floor? How comfortable are you feeling, and how are you feeling about the way your 3 ball's developing at this level?
I'm comfortable. Guys have been finding me in great spots. JC found me in a great spot. Kuz had a great extra pass to me. So I'm comfortable with it. Teammates are finding me when I'm open.
How do you guys try to deal through the frustration of these last 4 games, all losses, and you probably felt like you had a chance, especially to win these last 3?
Yeah, we've felt like we had a chance in every one. And we're young, we're growing, and we're having some growing pains right now. But we've got to put those 4 behind us, and we know we have a tough team tomorrow. And we just got to buckle down and just keep playing hard, keep doing all the little things to help us win.
First time you'll see Houston so far, and then James Harden's been excellent, of course. Is that a guy you want to try your luck on and see what it's like to defend one of the best?
I'd love to. That's on Luke, but I would love to.
And why?
I want to be a great defensive player, and to do that, you gotta guard the best. And he's one of the best in the league right now. So I just, I only want to go against the best players, and that's just my mentality. That's just that junkyard dog I have in me. I'm not gonna back down to nobody. So I would love that opportunity.
Thanks, Josh.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, guys, Josh.
Time for